Hi guys, it's your favorite girl Susan Pwajok, aka Suzy Sagi, and welcome to another episode of Socializing Lagos, the best podcast out there right now, if I do say so myself. Now I'm going to ask you a question and I need you to answer as honestly as possible. Are you a health before wealth? I take my health seriously, going to the doctors every time, doing checkup, or are you a I only live once, so I need to jai fun-loving person? Which one are you? You get to find out which one I am close to the end of the episode. On this episode of Surviving Lagos, we're going to be talking to two gentlemen. One is an advocate for healthy living, and he's a medical practitioner. I am talking about one, the only Aproko Doctor, and the other is a socialite who has made such a big name for himself in the nightlife industry. The one, the only, Yhemo Lee. I want to know what your lifestyle is. Help us comment in the comments what your lifestyle is. But without further ado, let's get into the episode. Lego.
It's Surviving Lagos, baby. With Socializing. Surviving Lagos, baby.
When last did you go clubbing? Ha! You're thinking about it. So it's that long ago?
2000 and... I can't remember actually. 2007?
Do you know how old I was 2007? Guess.
10 years.
4.
Why do I feel so old?
I was 4.
Please end the
What?
cameras. I feel like my joints are creaking all of a sudden.
Don't worry. I got you. Don't worry.
Wait, you got me that WAP.
Don't worry. Should we never go club? Don't worry. It's
Okay.
fine. When people say health, I'm always just like, in the country that we live in, it's very hard and very rare to make money without being unhealthy. And I say this because what if you don't have money to pursue good health? Because you need drugs, you need hospital, like you need money for all of these things. Because it's not like they're free healthcare centers. But yeah, like you need money at the end of the day.
Can we argue?
Please, argue with me.
Okay.
Bring out your facts. Like,
It's no longer a National Health Insurance Scheme. It's now National Health Insurance Authority. So it's now mandatory that every citizen should be under a form of insurance. The National Health Insurance Authority costs as little as 12,000 naira every year.
okay.
A lot of people in Nigeria currently can afford that.
I think so too.
Yes, but the problem we have, especially as Nigerians, is some of us. So let me put it this way: if I have ₦1 million and they tell me this cup is ₦1 million expensive, right? You know, it's got some diamond studded whatever on it, and I buy the diamond studded cup. I'm happy when I look at it.
Vibes.
If it's vibes, thank you. If I get another ₦1 million and they say, okay, to do a comprehensive healthcare check is ₦1 million. We leave the hospital and I'm like, so what exactly did you spend the money on? And the doctor just ran a couple of tests, but you don't realize that was actually very important to your health. We want to spend on seats.
Experiences, like sometimes you just want to live life and you know that you've traveled, you've enjoyed your money, you've bought this, you've bought happiness. Like, you know, they say you only live once. YOLO.
You live in your house, basically.
Basically.
So how come you're willing to spend on experiences than taking care of your house? You take your house on vacations. That's you.
True.
So we should actually invest more in taking care of ourselves.
So which would you say is more important to you? Would you say health or wealth? I feel like I know the answer, but like I'd like you to say it.
Since you already know the answer, it's not going to come as a surprise when I say it.
Of course.
The only thing I'm going to do to add the element of surprise is defend it, right?
Okay.
And that's health. So health is important than wealth. Why? Because it takes healthy people to make wealth. If you are not healthy, you are not going to be wealthy. Because if we look at a country like Nigeria, for instance, one of the reasons we're going through what we're going to is that a large portion of the population is sick. And because they are sick, they cannot contribute the economic quota to the country, right? Another thing is, when you're really ill, money is not the biggest thing on your mind. It's just getting better than this stuff.
Sometimes 5, sometimes jai.
I agree.
But to an extent.
Yes, to an extent.
So what is that extent?
I am always a preacher of moderation. But you see, there are some things that cannot even be in moderation at all. And the first on my list is actually smoking.
I knew it. I didn't even have to, because I've watched your videos. So what is your extent? So I can smoke, but I cannot smoke too much, or
No, you can't even smoke at all.
Shisha.
So shisha is basically tobacco with flavor.
Vape.
In some studies, worse than actually smoking.
Really?
Yes, there are people who have had lung damage.
Weed.
If you have a family history of schizophrenia, I would advise for your own good to stay away from it. The problem is most people don't even know what their family history is like. So there's this auntie, she behaves somehow. That might be schizophrenia. And it's possible. It's probably one drug that just tips you into the other corner.
Edibles.
Edibles, that's basically weed in edible form.
Yeah, but apparently
thing.
it stays in your bloodstream longer than when you actually smoke it.
The smoking enters into your bloodstream faster. They're just different modes of. It's like drugs. You can either swallow it or get it injected.
Okay.
Whether you like it, they still get into your bloodstream. All these things together. If you keep exposing your body to the abuse, quote unquote, that used to happen when you were a lot younger, it's difficult for your body to heal from it. That's why when it comes to alcohol, I am happy that the latest research now says that there's no safe level of alcohol. Before it used to be like recommended level of alcohol in a week is 7 units of this, 5 units of this, and people would wait until it's weekend and have the whole 7 units at once.
And they feel like they're good.
And then they feel like you're good. Right now, your body treats alcohol as a toxin. So it's like you knowingly taking poison and then expecting your body to take care of it, right? Sometimes it will. Other times it will not, right? The liver permits me to go a little bit.
That's fine.
The liver is used to being in toxic relationships. Just let's use that, right? It can handle a lot of toxins because it's one of the organs that has the ability to replicate itself. So if a part of the liver is injured, it could regenerate.
So like a nylon that just keeps on tearing.
Very beautiful organ. But you see, there's a limit to how much abuse it can take.
Wow.
So if you keep overloading, because every time a person takes alcohol, some part of some cells die in trying to process it.
Now I'm overthinking like my alcohol intake. I'm just like,
it is better you overthink than underthink it. Because sometimes people say, oh, so what are you trying to do? You're trying to control people's lives. No, I'm not.
I'm helping you.
I'm actually helping you. It is better if you have the thought at the back of your head.
As you're doing it.
As you're doing it.
So you know you are doing
so you know when you should, than a person who is ignorant at all. Here's what I think, People can drag me later for saying it, but here's what I really think. When we take alcohol, when we take shisha, when we take vapes, when we look for all these things, you're basically trying to trick your body's reward system. Like, dopamine, endorphins, you want to feel good. It's not the alcohol in itself that makes you feel good. It's the fact that it triggers the endorphins in you, the dopamine. It's not the fact that the cigarettes make you feel good. It's the fact that they help your body release those endorphins, right? There are other ways I've learned to hack it. If I'm having a really bad day, my head is full. One thing will make me feel good.
What?
I go to the gym.
But that's body energy, man.
But I feel good.
I hear that.
And I feel good without damaging my body.
You're actually helping it.
I'm actually helping it, but I'm feeling good at the same time. So it's like a hack that works, that benefits both people. Unlike, I'm feeling good, my body's taking a toll from it. And then there's a very flimsy argument I see. Some people say, there's this man in our street that's been smoking since he was born. Now he's 95 years old. Nothing has happened for it. And you assume that the same thing is going to happen to you. It's confirmation bias. You're using another person's experience to judge yours. You don't know what his family history is like. You don't know you don't even have access to his medical records.
I almost every day. So were you like always like this, or like at a point in time you like to live life and have fun?
So I used to live life and have fun, right? So when we say live life, we think,
Drinking
and stuff. But I had my days with that. And I got a reality check when I was 27 years old. Got to the hospital, tried to work, and I found out that my blood pressure was bordering on the level of a stroke. And I needed to really make changes to my life. So exercise, my diet, stop alcohol, reduce inflammatory foods. I did that for a very long time. And right now my lifestyle has changed. 2022, I get another reality check, right? Oh, there's a tumor in your head and we're going to have to take it out.
Yeah, I saw a video.
Exactly. So, but the good thing about that is there was not any risk factor to that tumor. So it wasn't a tumor that could be prevented. It's not something that, this is why it came. It could just happen. It's almost like, the road, it dies somewhere and it just landed on me. I was like, okay, it's your turn.
I feel like maybe if you didn't get so many reality checks, like you wouldn't be as stern.
It's not me being stern.
What is it you being?
It's me being the gate man.
To your health.
I'm trying hard to stop people from tipping over to the other side, because when I used to work in the hospital, I saw a lot of people fall ill. Mm-hmm. We saw a lot of deaths to the point where at some point it started to affect us as doctors. I remember the first patient that I ever lost in my unit. I wept, cried. We have this confirmation bias as human beings. If it has not happened to someone we know, we assume it doesn't happen at all.
Like COVID.
When it happens to someone you know, all of a sudden you believe in it. People who had relatives who were close to them who had COVID were part of the people who were spreading the information about, oh no, you have to take care of yourself. Other people were, it's just one propaganda from the government until,
I remember before I took my vaccine, I think I had told my friends I was taking the vaccine, and they're like, no, don't take it. It's the government trying to kill us. Guys, I'm still here. I took 2 shots or 3 shots. I'm still alive, guys. So would you say that there has ever been like a point or a phase in your life where you will have almost like fallen out of your current lifestyle? Like, oh shit. Oh.
Currently, no. And here's why. The older you get, the more you realize the limits to your physical body. Your body doesn't heal as well as it used to. You're not as fast as you used to. Your metabolism is slower. Mm-hmm. Your knees start to creak. You're getting up from the bed and it's almost like a robot is waking up. Probably not as agile as you used to.
I feel like you're just saying things that I'm going through right now, and I'm not even that old. Like, I'm still a youngin. The way you're looking at me.
You're not even there yet. But let's...
I'm still a youngin. I have a random question. How many hours of sleep did you get last night?
I feel like that's...
Loud, because I watched one video and you were telling us how we should be getting a particular hour of sleep. But I know for a fact that you did not get the amount that you have been advocating to us. How many hours of sleep did you get last night?
I'm going to stop telling you, Tim.
How many
I
hours?
plead the fifth on this.
Okay, so what would you say are like the benefits of like your current lifestyle, the lifestyle that you're living, and why should people join you in this lifestyle? And what is it? Come on, sell it to us.
Can I move the mic?
Yeah, sure. Do. Oh, you want to stand up and show us that you're agile?
I had a brain surgery in December 3rd.
That's not too long ago.
Yes, 2022. 3 weeks after I was back to work.
Superman.
3 weeks. It was shocking to everyone around me. Myself, first of all, my family, the doctors, the nurses in the hospital. Like, I was literally back to the hospital to interview the doctor who had the surgery on me. Recovery, instantaneous.
Okay, so recovery 1. I give us 5.
Agile.
I mean, I said that one. I give you expo.
Agile.
I give you expo.
If I'm to bring out the Igbo man in me, agile. Now, I told you in 2017 I had blood pressure issues, right? Mm-hmm. It's been 3 years. I've not been on drugs for blood pressure, and my blood pressure is normal. Simply because one of the things I did.
Random. What would you advise somebody that has low blood pressure?
Low blood pressure.
I'm asking for my friend, not me at all. My friend.
Your friend will need to go and see the doctor.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. I'll tell her.
You will tell her, baby. Okay. You can call her now and tell her.
Yeah. I will. As a matter of fact. I have an argument for you. I just remembered.
Where's the panel of judges?
These are they. They will join. My grandpa, before he passed, he had just had like an eye surgery. And like he was suffering from like cancer and everything, but he was cured because they went to India, did everything, and he came back. He was strong, man. He was even still driving at the age of 83. And he kept on telling us not to take him to the hospital. Because he said when he gets to the hospital, it's going to get worse. Well, us, we did not listen because, you know, we are following you people that said we should go to the hospital. And we went to the hospital and it got worse. And then you hear like older people, not even just older people, like you hear people like African, traditional Africans, they'll be like, don't take me to the hospital, just give me agbo and let me do all of that, Do you believe in that? Because I feel like sometimes, like I get it.
Doctors exist for a reason. Healthcare practitioners exist for a reason. Mechanics also exist for a reason, right? I can always Google what my car symptom is. But that doesn't mean I have enough experience to solve it. That doesn't mean I have the expertise to solve it. I can Google how to change car oil.
Can watch YouTube videos and TikTok.
I can watch YouTube videos on TikTok, but the day I try it, it's probably something that might go wrong and lead to something else. And before you know what's happening, they tell you engine have not contaminated bridge. It's very easy for that to happen. The same way when it comes to our bodies are like machines and should be treated as such. There are people who have dedicated their lives to studying it. If we go back to the beginning, whenever people think hospitals, they think, oh, place of doom. Oh, people go there to die. One of the things we have in this part of the world is that people wait a long time to go to the hospital. They try out other things first and then go to the hospital. Another thing you need to understand is, while you're trying those other things, the sickness is not taking a break.
It's still firing.
It's not saying, let me wait for this person to find out the solution first, then we continue. No. As you're wasting time doing those other things, the sickness is still firing. It's still wreaking havoc. So most times when they present to the hospitals, which is one of the problems that we're having in hospitals, called late presentation. When they present to the hospital late, there's very little hospital can do.
Sure.
Yes, people keep talking about the brain surgery I had, and I feel I have to go refer back to it. One of the things, it had been in my head since, according to the doctor, since I was a child. I noticed when I was 32 years old, right? And that was simply because of a small symptom I noticed. Something changed in my body. But because I've been trained enough to be able to tell those symptoms, I could tell from the very beginning, because I still remember going to the eye doctor and telling him, check this. He checked it, and I was like, if it's not this, then it's probably a tumor in the brain. Some people would have gone back home and just assumed there's a problem with their eyes. And the tumor keeps getting bigger and bigger until it gets to a point or in a position where it cannot be operated on anymore. So you need to be able to trust the medical practitioners that are there. Present early. Your symptom is basically your body's way of getting your attention. It's not your body acting up. It's trying to get your... Yes, exactly. It's like an engine light. And we treat our bodies the same way we treat cars. You're driving, engine light comes up. You ignore it. Some people, you're driving, you hear a weird sound in your car. Rather than them to sort it out, they increase the music. Drown out the sound.
Because sometimes you don't have the time for that.
You always have the time. We'll come back to money, but there's always a time for that. Because at the point where you fall sick, you can no longer work. I hope you know, right?
Sure.
Exactly. So you rather find the time now, or you don't find it at all.
Money, Uncle. So if they tell me I have a tumor in my head and I don't have money for surgery, what's happening?
There's GoFundMe. There's Donate.ng. There's Giving.ng. There are plenty. Your friends, your families, people who can help.
Okay.
There's the 100K Club. That's my NGO.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Okay. You have counted me. I've been counted.
I'm not saying I'm here to solve the problems of the world, please. I'm just saying that there are numerous other options.
However, I had told you that I have a little something for you. Yeah. You say you haven't been to the club in a while, but
Yeah.
right. I have a friend of mine.
Since when you were like 4 years old.
4. I should be greeting your uncle, sir. Well done. Like, literally. I have a friend of mine I want you to meet. And I feel like I just want you to hear how he lives his life. And I want him to hear from you. Because you guys live like such opposite lives.
Is that going to be camera on my face?
Of course.
Okay. Wow.
But yeah, let go. Hi, boss. How are you? Are you around? I have a friend that hasn't been to the club since 2004. And we're trying to take him to the club. What are you saying?
I'm at Bayrock.
You're at Bayrock? Okay. I'm putting up. Hi, boss. We're here.
Okay, I'm coming.
So yeah, this is Bayrock. This is where we're going to meet Uncle Yhemo, my friend that I was telling you.
I can see
He's the king of
girls
nightlife.
in front.
Exactly. They're welcoming you. Uncle Yhemo.
You know what you
Hi. Sure.
Susie.
This is Uncle Yhemo. Uncle Yhemo with Uncle Aproko. This is king of nightlife.
I
King of
finally
Bayrock.
meet this man with the big grandma. Hey guys, hi guys.
Yeah.
How come, sir?
say na grandma. That means
Grandma.
I feel.
You're
Oh,
welcome home.
It's in the house.
This is how king of Bayrock. For real. For real.
This is where we used to dance all the
For the dancing moves.
damn apple.
Have you been on the stage?
Yes, now.
How did you feel when you walked into a club?
The first thing I noticed was the tobacco smell.
Oh, you can smell it. I swear it smells normal.
It smells normal.
I don't think I can smell a tobacco smell.
Can't smell. That's the first thing
Can you smell
I
it?
think also because my nose is sharp.
Can you
Why
smell
that?
it?
It's supposed to. There's some specific.
Where are they?
This is house.
You
No,
can't
they
smell
smell
it.
anything. And my normal smell be this now.
I guess if I come in when it was bubbly or no, and there's a lot of smoke everywhere, probably might run out. Yeah, exactly. So once I come out, I see the smoke. I'm out.
Yeah.
So I had asked him prior to this, I asked him what is more paramount to him, health or wealth? So what's more paramount to you?
To be sincere, well.
See, this is why I like him. He's very honest. Because I was telling him that you can't have
No,
you can't
and
have
that's
health
because, you know,
without-
over time, our generation of we are chasing money is unbelievable that we forget.
agree.
You know, gone are those days, our parents, my father used to have drugs all the time. Whether he's sick or he's not sick, he will say, just take one thing. I'm like, why? He will say, can you come tonic? Can you come? The simply means they always want to keep their health in check. I think that's why you can see now they're still agile. So I'm trying to.
You're trying to go to health.
Yes.
At least now I've introduced both of you people.
Sure, you know, say
Uh-huh.
if you're not healthy, the wealth way they portray it with you.
That one same day.
How do you advise us to be healthy aside taking drugs?
Aside from taking drugs, there are lifestyle changes that you can make. Number one is exercise. You don't need money to
Unless you
exercise.
go gym.
Hmm?
Unless you go gym.
I go gym one time.
Which time?
I think I was going for like 2 months.
What happened?
Exam.
Economy. But I'm going back. I'm going back in like 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks, I would message you.
Yes, no.
Babe.
Wait till they
I still have all my
in 2 weeks.
equipment. Don't worry.
Wait till they have
Just I want to ready my body. I say gym no be something way. I got ready.
No, I'm like, therefore, I'm going to remind you. Alarm.
2 weeks.
So you said
Time starts now.
exercise.
So exercise, diets, right?
What do you eat?
Food.
What type of food?
Anything,
Junk or like proper
anything
food?
that the chef gives me. I barely eat anyway, but I think if I want to eat, I like to eat something tasty. But I don't even know whether it's the right thing to eat. Eh?
I can't lie, I don't eat fruits. And my mom always, like, she's always like shading me about eating fruits, and I don't see the benefits because you see, between my mom and I, and between my cousins and I don't fall sick, but they do, and they eat fruits. So you see, I don't really see that I'm missing anything.
It's because you are. How old are you?
You get
How many life challenges have you have life challenges? We are from one day they be with all day.
I'm not-
You're not sick.
by the time we like flogging one or
You
two.
go sick.
Life will never flow. I'm a soft
Amen.
babe.
Amen.
You can see it.
So-
That's why.
Yeah, you can say it.
Why did you decide to work in like a club? Why is nightlife a thing for you?
Even me, I don't find that answer.
No, it's money, man. It's no.
Is it
Well, what if he likes it, like party?
money? I just feel like at some point in my life, I just wanted to try out new things that I never really did while I was growing up, like marching, club. Yeah, I think I started clubbing 2019, 2020. So we said I know they go club. We said I'm gonna get inside small. So but when started seeing small change in the hand, I'm like, I want to do what everybody doing. I want to go to, my friends are going to let me go. I realized, okay, I started liking,
The club.
the environment, like,
Is that what pushed you to invest in it?
so I was going, and after a while, I just found out that people always like to be where I'm at.
Okay.
And if I'm in a club now, and I just was, you're really where with that. I did kiniko, okay, will they come? So I don't know, I just discovered that a lot of people want to party exactly where I'm partying. So I felt like I can make it work for me.
You're in the club like almost every day. You don't think it affects like your mental health?
If you're a banker, would you can go to the bank Monday to Friday?
You
Even
will.
if sometimes you will not want to wake up, but what you have to go. So it's just like,
Solid argument.
exactly. It's,
But would you say like the fun part has been taken away from it now?
sometimes I don't even have fun. Sometimes I want to sleep. Emily, I didn't come your club night too. I mean, give it I see, I know they sleep. But at the end of the day, we need
It's
to
work.
it's business. So.
Do you know that he hasn't been to club since 2007? 16 years ago. 16.
Why do I feel like that information was supposed to drag me?
Yes, now.
Years ago.
It's 16, she was 4 years old when that happened.
By the way, yeah.
4 years ago.
Toddler.
I was a child.
I did not kneel down with your 3-leg arm.
Do you know didn't I call him Yhemo? When I was between I said I call him Yhemo. I call him Aproko.
Susie.
You know he.
Are you okay?
How do you feel about like him being in the club every day? Because you're always advocating sleep, 8 hours of sleep for your body to da.
For your body to do that what?
For your body to
What
function
if-
properly.
And that, you see, shows that you're listening and you're paying attention.
I know, I listen
But if
to
you say your body to be
Uncle.
did that.
I
it
told
just
you,
mean-
uncle. It's not just title.
So for me, if I were to be your personal doctor,
Gang.
who would you tight? The reason being, because of your work, there's risk for some things higher than other things. So checks for those things first.
First of all,
Early enough.
Are you a normal doctor?
Yes, I'm a
Yeah.
doctor. Yes.
Hey,
Yeah.
wow. That's good though. I think I finally found my doctor.
See, I'm looking
Because
for.
I'm looking for a real doctor. Them the ones where they use me, they pashayo. I don't get one doctor where they come follow me or drink a soup for you. One day I look and say, you the good doctor. This. Because like I said, there's a lot of job hazards,
Exactly.
For example, there are times that you need to stay off alcohol, but because you are in somewhere they literally hawk alcohol. So my intake is definitely more than
It should be.
it should be. You understand? So I feel like this point is valid.
Do you feel like you ever stop it?
Luckily for me, I have. This is just one off. Something
Things
I'm
you
doing,
do.
do you understand? So after a while, I'm hoping other parts of my life gets bigger than the nightlife. Why this is prominent now is because it's probably going to be the biggest for me. So over time, it could be movies, it could be,
Amen.
it could be event management and stuff like that. So once another one.
Period. But do you feel like your career path affects the way you socialize with like people your age? And this is for both of you.
I can go first.
Yes. So, for me, because of the kind of work I do, it affects the kind of people I meet, right? When I'm in the 4 blocks of a hospital, you get to meet everybody, different people, different sects of life. But there is a limit to how much you can socialize with them because of male, female, doctor, patients. There has to be that, So I wouldn't say you take advantage of them. Outside, because of the kind of life also I live, it's easy to say you can predict the kind of people I'll meet or run into. Because on a normal, this is the first time you're meeting.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? But I know you. But this is the first time. But this is the first time that we're meeting. And that's because of you at this point. Because on a normal day, except say a brand I'm working with decides to bring me to where and how.
16 years ago, now you go club last.
Actually,
So what do you want carry on come?
So
That's how.
it kind of affects who you meet. And that's why we have, digital media these days. You can literally meet anybody, link up with anybody, just send a message across. They rate you enough, you reach out. They're not rate you enough, they shank you. Move on. Life, that's business. It's life. So
for me, I think it kind of affects, obviously, the kind of people I meet and bubbling type like me, people that literally just want to have fun. You understand? I find it hard to meet people in the corporate to accept the other meetings or their influencing gigs that we need to speak English. We meet people with style. So, but many times it's guys, girls, Gen Z, millennials.
Gen Z.
Things that come and dance at my piano, and this people are the problem in my life. Yeah. And so I think till I was 26, I had a different type of friendship with people. Like my clientele, people I knew were different. But in the last 4 years, it has evolved.
it's changing.
Like something happened there. I think it was a Monday. 4 of my oldest friends. As a matter of fact, we started friendship from like 2010 pre-degree. Like we were together. We even have group. But when I started nightlife, as a matter of fact, 5 of them are already married with kids.
How about you? How are you married?
Oh, my sister. Life. But I'm going to surprise you.
Amen.
Something huge is coming.
Amen. I'm really so happy for you.
He did not say what is coming. Just shouting him.
What is your own? You sound so much like my mother.
I claim it. I claim it for you.
I don't think I'm late. As a matter of fact, if I was not even doing nightlife, I would still not be married by this time. Because I kind of had an idea of when I want to go into it. So I don't think it has anything to do with me. I mean, I have guys in nightlife that are very married, 5 years, they're still in the business. So I think it's a matter of choice.
But do you enjoy what you do?
I can't see myself doing anything else.
Hi, doctor.
No, to be honest, there are certain things, and it might sound like aspire to aspire, but we know that aside money, there are other things that motivate us to do what we do. For me, it's the fact that people's lives are being changed. It's the fact that someone sees you in public and says, thank you, from the depth of their hearts. Like, thank you. You changed my perspective on this. You helped me choose a better lifestyle. And yes, in as much as, there's the fame, there's money that comes with it. But if you remove all of that, I will still do what I do. Because even before all that came, I was doing it not because I was
16 months
expecting
without
it.
salary.
Solid.
I mean,
You did try 16 months
tell her,
without
say,
salary.
I worked in a place
It
for
can't
16
be.
months and they didn't pay me.
For someone.
Yes.
No
16 months of my
salary.
life.
You're going there every day.
2 years and 4 months. I've been 1 year and 4 months.
1 year and 4
Could not be me.
You do Yahoo. That's how it takes a man. 16 months.
Transport.
So we had to do.
feeding.
I had to pick 2 other jobs in order to continue working.
I said, "Doc, you're a qualified doctor."
But I want to know why you guys are so into like the things that you guys are so into, because like your nightlife, you're so opposite from him. Like he's like Serious, your health is your wealth. And you're like, Jai, chop life food, Jai times 2.
Sister,
Like, why?
money is life.
I know Mr. Blog is waiting for this type of article, this type of title. Doctor says Yhemo Lee scatters people's life.
Yes.
And he fixes it.
And he fixes
It's
it.
not today they have been saying it, the doctor. And I'm like,
Sometimes I wonder how you guys do it because life is stressful. You just wake up one day, something is running.
I said sometimes you might be sleeping.
They'll call
You
you.
just begin bam, bam. Yeah, like what did happen? Just open Instagram like this. They don't post you. They don't drag you that down. You're really good.
Would you say that you need to be an extrovert in order to succeed in the nightlife space?
Yes, my answer is yes. First of all, the nightlife space makes you socialize. If you're an introvert, they don't like to socialize. They barely even talk to people. You understand? So how do you want to communicate with your customers? There are some customers that you want to frown your face for and throw them glass cup. But you have to shine your teeth and laugh. So an introvert is a very quiet person. No one likes to talk, so you can't even raise hand. I mean, I had a few friends that have attempted it. They feel like they can run it because of the money, but they failed woefully. Because how do you do your customer relationship? How do you check up on people? How do you control debt situation? Somebody's owing you 4 million. Introvert, you become quiet. Now, introvert must ask you for your money. You go talk. You go talk.
When last did you do a checkup?
Hey.
So,
No worry. So, as you won't carry me come club, I will carry you.
I like that.
checkup.
Check on it.
There's some checkup that is not, there's some sudden checkup that you just want to check up. In case of, that's at the checkup
We
that
know the checkup.
But the real checkup,
The real
I
checkup
need
we are talking
because
about.
we are opposite words. So it'd be so nice to see if we can.
To merge it somehow.
Yes, because last time, like you said, it's the thing where the app for no easy. It's go see some friends go pour Azu. Azu where it's supposed to take 8 people. They go pour am for only you.
Say it, mom.
And you go drink.
You be smiling and dancing and laughing.
And sometimes I take a shot and there's a shot that you take, that this thing has done harm to me. This thing has done something to my intestines.
As if we knew.
Well, don't drink water.
You just said that.
God, please help me. And you took the next day again, you're still there. I don't have to go to still give you. So
Your liver, don't worry. Before people leave, I always ask them like a tip for surviving Lagos, like a tip that they have for this jungle that we call Lagos. What's a tip that you can give to people?
I would say have
Self-care.
sprinkle of worry inside your pocket.
essential.
No, it's very essential that you bring out from time to time.
Yeah.
Softly.
Just sometimes it's like gown, bring it up and you wear it. Because if you do anyhow, you're gonna see anyhow.
Lagos is a brutal place.
Miracle.
It's very deadly here. So if you must reside here, like I said, an iota of madness must be in your head.
You even said iota, so it's small.
Yes, small because that small is a lot. If you, in this day in Lagos, from driving out, from the officers on the road. So before you drive 5 miles to your work, you will see one person that you swear for. It might be one person that is not supposed to cross the road, or you're waiting at the traffic light and somebody just does something. So I think living in Lagos has to do with survival of the fittest. At the end, they were just to cry it out. We are just surviving in Lagos.
Surviving Lagos, guys.
Yeah, but I was surviving as a doctor and surviving as an alcohol attendant.
Thank you guys so much for coming on this episode.
Thank you for having us.
Allowing us in your space, your house, as you had said. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. Make sure you like, follow, share, subscribe. I love you guys. See you guys next episode. Mwah!
It's Surviving Lagos, baby. With Socializing.